Welcome back to our Astonish tutorial series. Today, we're diving into the Agentic Flow Creator, the heart of Astonish. We'll create our first Agentic Flow together, a tool that reads text files from a directory, translates them to French, and saves the translations back with _FR added to the file name. This hands-on experience will show you how Astonish generates custom AI agents without any coding. By the end, you'll have your own AI-powered translation tool. Let's jump in and see Astonish in action. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into creating our Agentic Flow. We'll start by opening our terminal and calling the Agentic Flow Creator. To do this, we simply type Astonish agents run agents_creator and press enter. As you can see, the Agentic Flow Creator springs to life, greeting us with a welcome message. It's ready to help us design our new Agentic Flow, acting as our AI assistant in this process. The creator asks us to provide an overall description of the flow we want to create. This is where we outline our main goal and what we want our flow to do. In this case, we're telling it to create a flow that will read files with a.txt extension in the current folder, read the content of these files, translate the content to French, store the translated version with the same file name, but appending _FR before the file extension. After we input this description, notice how the AI acknowledges our request. This interaction showcases the intuitive nature of the Agentic Flow Creator. It's designed to understand our needs and guide us through the process of creating a custom AI agent, all through a simple conversation. This is the beauty of Astonish. It takes our idea and begins the process of transforming it into a functional AI-powered tool right before our eyes. As we continue our journey with the Agentic Flow Creator, we're now entering a crucial phase. The AI is processing our request and preparing to fetch the available tools that will help create our flow. It's important to note that for this example, we're using only the internal tools provided by Astonish. We haven't integrated any MCP tools for this demonstration. This showcases how powerful Astonish can be even with its built-in capabilities. You can see on the screen that the AI is executing a shell command to list the available tools in Astonish. This step ensures that our flow will be built using the most appropriate and efficient tools for our specific task. Notice how Astonish asks for our approval before executing the command. This is a key security feature of Astonish, implementing a human-in-the-loop approach. By default, it requires authorization from the user to execute tools, giving us control over what actions are performed on our system. It's worth mentioning that users have the flexibility to configure their flows to automatically approve steps if they prefer, balancing security with automation based on their needs. In this case, we're approving the execution by selecting Yes. After the tool execution is approved, the AI confirms that it now has the list of available tools. This process showcases the thoughtful design of Astonish, prioritizing user control and security while preparing to craft our custom solution. Now, let's take a closer look at the Agentic Flow that the AI has created for us. This flow is designed to automate the translation of text files from English to French, and it's a great example of how Astonish can create complex workflows without requiring us to write any code. Let's break down the key components. Nodes. Each node in this flow represents a specific task. For example, we have nodes for getting files, reading file content, translating content, and writing translated files. Output models. Each node in the flow has an output_model section that defines what kind of data it produces. This output can then be used by subsequent nodes, referenced using curly braces. This is how Astonish creates connections between different steps in the flow. For instance, let's look at the write_translated_file node. It outputs a new _file name, which is then used by the update_translated_files node. In the update_translated_files node, you'll see new _file name in curly braces, indicating it's using the output from the previous write_translated_file node. This system of output models and references allows Astonish to create complex, interconnected workflows where each step builds upon the results of previous steps, all without requiring us to manually manage data flow or write any code. The flow section at the bottom defines how the nodes connect. It starts from start, goes through each node, and ends at end. If you notice, there's a clever use of lambda functions in the increment_index node. These functions allow for conditional branching in the flow. If there are more files to process, it loops back to read_file. If not, it moves to translation_complete. Now, let's walk through the created flow, paying special attention to how Astonish intelligently selects and uses tools for specific tasks. It starts by listing all .txt files in the current directory. For this, Astonish has selected the shell_command tool, allowing it to interact with the file system directly. It initializes the translation process, setting up counters and lists. For each file, it reads the content using the read_file tool, which Astonish has identified as the appropriate tool for this task. It translates the content to French. This step doesn't require an external tool, as it's using the AI's language capabilities. It writes the translation to a new file with _fr appended to the file name, utilizing the write_file tool. It keeps track of translated files and updates the index. Once all files are processed, it provides a summary. The AI is now asking for our approval. We can either approve this flow or ask for refinements. In this case, the flow looks good, so we'll approve it. This flow demonstrates the power of Astonish in several ways. It's created a complex, multi-step process that handles file operations, translation, and conditional logic. It intelligently selects and integrates the appropriate tools for each step that requires system interaction, such as file reading and writing. It seamlessly combines these tools with the AI's inherent capabilities, like language translation. All of this is achieved without us writing a single line of code. The automatic selection and integration of tools showcase Astonish's ability to create sophisticated, practical workflows that can interact with your system in meaningful ways, all while maintaining a high level of abstraction for the user. Now we're at a crucial step: YAML validation. This process ensures that the AI-generated YAML is in the correct format for Astonish to execute. Astonish uses an internal tool called Validate YAML with Schema. Here's why it's important. It checks that the YAML structure matches what Astonish expects. It catches and corrects any issues before execution. It allows the AI to be creative while staying within Astonish operational bounds. The AI sends both the schema, the expected structure, and the content, the generated YAML, to the validation tool. The tool then checks if the content meets the schema's requirements. This behind-the-scenes process ensures that the final workflow is both creative and executable, without you needing to worry about YAML structure or validation yourself. Now, let's look at the final steps in creating our agentic flow. Suggest flow name. Astonish intelligently determines a meaningful name for our new flow. This name will be used to store and reference the flow within Astonish. Get config directory. This step locates the configuration directory in your operating system where Astonish agents are stored. Notice how this step auto-approves the shell_command tool execution. This is an example of how Astonish can be configured to run certain tools automatically, streamlining the process when appropriate. Determine save path. Once the config directory is identified, Astonish creates the specific path where our new flow will be saved in your system. These steps showcase Astonish's ability to integrate with your system, automatically handling file management tasks. This automation saves you time and ensures that your new flow is properly named and stored for easy access in the future. We've now reached the last step in creating our agentic flow, saving the file. Astonish is about to write our new flow to a file, and it's asking for our permission to do so. Let's break down what we're seeing. The tool being used is write_file. The file path shows where the flow will be saved. In this case, it's in the Astonish Agents directory within your user's application support folder. The content being written is our entire YAML flow that we created and validated earlier. After we approve, Astonish confirms that the content has been successfully written to the file. Finally, Astonish provides us with a helpful command to run our new flow. This means our new agent is ready to use immediately. With our agentic flow created, it's time to see it in action. We'll begin by checking the available agents using the Astonish Agents list command. As you can see, our newly created translate_txt_files_to_French agent appears alongside the agents_creator. Taking a look at our current directory, we find two text files, astonished txt and power_ai_workflow.txt. These will be the targets for our translation. It's time to put our new agent to work. We'll run it using the command Astonish Agents run translate_txt_files_to_French. Observe as Astonish methodically works through each step of our flow. The process begins by listing the text files in the directory and initializing the translation. For each file, Astonish reads the content, translates it to French, and creates a new file with the translated text, appending _fr to the original file name. Pay attention to how Astonish requests approval before executing certain tools. This security feature gives you control over the process, though it can be automated if desired. Upon completion, Astonish provides a summary of the translated files. Examining our directory again reveals two new TXT files, Astonish_fr and power_ai_workflow_fr, are freshly translated documents. To conclude, let's inspect the contents of these new files. As expected, they contain the French translations of our original text. And there you have it. In just a few simple steps, we've created and utilized an AI-powered translation tool, all without writing a single line of code. This demonstration showcases the power and flexibility of Astonish in automating complex tasks. It's worth noting that the Agentic Flow Creator, due to its complexity, requires a capable AI model. In this example, we used Claude 3.5 Sonnet. However, Astonish is designed with versatility in mind. It breaks down the newly generated flow into smaller, more manageable tasks. This clever approach allows the resulting workflow to be executed by less powerful models, making it adaptable to various AI capabilities. Our journey with Astonish is just beginning. In upcoming videos, we'll explore more advanced scenarios. We'll delve into the use of Model Context Protocol servers, which can significantly enhance Astonish's capabilities. We'll also demonstrate how to create fully automated processes that can be triggered by job schedulers. This opens up exciting possibilities for incorporating AI-driven tasks into regular, scheduled activities. Imagine having Astonish automatically perform complex AI operations on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, all without manual intervention. Stay tuned as we continue to unlock the full potential of Astonish, empowering you to create sophisticated AI-driven solutions with unprecedented ease. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.